Welcome to Playful Podcast, your guide into the underground scene where we discover topics on kink and electronic music every week. Don't forget to subscribe to not miss out on our next episode. We are here today with Julian mcrt, also known as MCR-T. We talk about what has led up to his career until this point, life purpose, if such a thing, and how he works with goal setting. I am Amanda, and this is Playful Podcast. It's MCR-T mnazi. I guess some people say MCN-Z also. And this is what's the thing with Nazis?
Okay, so my first alias was mnazi, and it was just spoken like that. But obviously, it was hard to present it to people because it's like, especially to like a German crowd, because German folks are super anal about their history.
Sorry.
Anal
about their history.
That's how you say it. It's funny when you say it, but it's actually like a term. But yeah, so it was always tough to like kind of bring it to that crowd. But so we cut it off a little short and made it like MCN-Z. And yeah, the thing with Nazis is not even like a fascination about Nazism or anything. I mean, obviously, I'm like half German and also half foreign. But the idea was always to create like a punk character that is clearly not part of anything, but kind of trying to break out and forge an identity at all costs. And it was like an extreme character that I came up with on the side just from going out to bunker raves all fucking weekend and being exposed to like the industrial sound, and then kind of, you know, this whole bunker Berlin culture of I don't know, having like a militaristic metal sound to techno was like for me, okay, I mean, if Kanye can go around and call himself Black Skinhead but have like he's like untouched from that whole realm, me as like a Afro-German, I reserve the right to call myself mnazi and represent that name in like a fashion that's where I can back it up. And if I say back it up, I mean like everybody that is opposed and offended by the name is not the same person that, you know, would do something if Nazis were there and kicking my ass or anything. But no, it's like always me and my foreign friends that are on like the front line, so to speak, you know, dealing with these types of negative energies. So, I mean, what are you going to do?
Yeah.
But yeah, and it was kind of like a rebellious phase, I guess, because I was like, 17, 18, I guess. When
Really?
When that,
very young.
Yeah, when that character came to life, and I don't know. I had like the shaved head. Obviously, I had like the fucking look to it too. And like I was a fucking mixed kid with the boots and the fucking punk aesthetic and the Bomberjacken, like the Alpha Industry jackets, and it didn't make sense because you see like a mixed kid or a Arab looking kid or like a black kid or whatever, but he's studying like a very white punk aesthetic, and so it was always about like kind of breaking and confusing people and making them not know what to expect, but never with being like actually involved in anything that's right wing or like offensive towards.
No. But not knowing what anyone expects, that's also something you carry in the music. You know?
Yeah.
So that's part of the whole goes straight line.
Yeah, that's pretty much. I mean, if you ask me about how far did this mentality get me, I mean, it only got me this far, like for myself, but like mnazi never got nowhere because, I mean, festivals never booked or dared to put it like on like a lineup or something. I'm guessing just because like our entire roster was always booked, but my ass for rapping was never booked. But we have like the same crowd and whatever, so it was always like a tough selling point.
Oh, and that's why you created the mcrt?
No, actually, I was kind of like not forced into doing it, but like everybody around me was saying like, yo, if you're gonna do techno music now and do it like in the label sense with Live from Earth, then we should come up with another name. Also for your sake, it's a good business move. And then at some point I was like, yeah, fuck it. Like if it were up to me, I would still be mnazi releasing all the music I came up with, all the shows, same umbrella. Because I was like, yo, I want to be like Tyler the Creator and have like just like this huge umbrella of creativity. And it's like a graffiti mentality. Your name is everywhere. You collect tags. You go out there and like, yo, I'm in the fashion industry, tag. I'm in the producer industry, tag. I'm out here doing this and that, tag. And yeah, so now I kind of got forced into coming up with a new name, but I'm very thankful for it because it worked out.
Yeah. Yeah, you can definitely see a progress within the bookings since you changed name? Or?
Yeah, I mean, I was never like booked for, or at the time I was not booked as much from like outside people for shows like emceeing and DJing like I'm now, but it was more local scenes and also just like the local underground scene that was like occupying my time on the weekends.
You are from Berlin, a little bit outside.
Mm-hmm.
Who were you when you were growing up?
Oh yeah, I guess like yeah, outsider-ish. Like I was like locked in with all the popular people. Didn't have like issues with anybody, but I was like always on my own shit, like a lone ranger. And that came with also just living like far out, because I had like no homies living around me necessarily, not in like a 2 or 3 S-Bahn station radius. That was like the closest. So I spent like most of my time in the woods, fucking doing what I do.
Skating.
Smoking joints on tree stumps in the woods, fucking going out to skate in the city. But yeah, I don't know. Like I spent most of my time in Zehlendorf. That is like the old American sector in West Berlin. But before that, I lived in Reinickendorf in Tegel for like quite some time. I think like 8-9 years.
And you were like when did the musical journey start for you? Did you play any instruments when growing up?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Well, we had mandatory band class in school, in high school, so you had to play an instrument. But alongside of that, our parents, because I got like 2 siblings, and all of us play the piano. We had to play the piano since like, I don't know when I started, 8, 9 or something. I did it for like 11, 12, 13 years, something like that. So the music thing was like a thing. I was like a noisy kid. Like I was in the room, like, I don't know, at 8 or 9 in the morning, I had like this Casio keyboard that is still like in my room as like a little trophy, and I was just like pressing buttons and some shit. My mom's always super annoyed. Dad's always super annoyed. It's like, yeah, man, would you read the goddamn notes? I'm like, bitch, what the fuck you mean? What notes? I was like, I'm just playing it by ear, blah, blah. And I was obviously not playing anything. I was just like tampering around with it.
But you enjoyed it?
Oh yeah, for sure. I like noise.
From early age.
Yeah, and so eventually they were like, yeah, okay, we're going to put you in like a class so you can actually learn how to play the instrument. And then the first time I had the class, she was like, yeah, okay, so let's see like how you play the piano pre-class. And it's like, still just pressing buttons. It's like, okay, well, that's a nice start. Let's learn. And so, yeah, that's like the start of the musical journey. But I hated it because I played like classical music and I wasn't down with classical music. I wanted to play like black music, like soul, ragtime, jazz stuff. And then that slowly came. And then I had a great piano teacher, shout out Frau Nishimura. She was like killing it, and she let me play like the whole Alicia Keys album, and I was out there fucking going insane, playing film score music and having a blast. In retrospect, at the time, it was more of a piano lessons. But yeah. And so eventually, I don't know, I think I quit piano lessons. I had like 5 years of just doing like visual work, painting, graphics, stuff like that. And then eventually I got bored with that while going to uni, and I was like, yo, okay, if I'm going to do this all day for like the next 4 years, might as well do some sound stuff and make like my own sound for the videos, because I wanted to be like super independent and not be reliant on like copyright issues. Listening to songs that I don't really like. And then I was like, yo, fuck, man, half these rappers, they say like a bunch of bullshit I could be coming up with in like 5 minutes. So learned how to do that, and never stopped learning. So I'm still learning. Here we are.
And like the electronic music, it was a little bit accessible as you lived in Berlin in another way, I guess. But how was your introduction to that? And
I think like the big, the full circle is and always has been skateboarding. Just because like we were young dudes, like a young crew skating, hanging out with like a lot of older dudes. And they would go out to party every now and then. And obviously we couldn't get into clubs at like 15, 16. So we'd usually around summer and springtime, there would be hella open airs back when there was still open airs here. And so we'd go there and obviously dance and intoxicate ourselves, smoke and drink. And that was like interesting. And all of a sudden, I don't know, my first girlfriend, she was really into electronic music too. And yeah, she put me onto that and I was like, yo, this is hard. I want to make this too. It seems like it makes sense to me and I think I know how to make this. And then, yeah, so that was that.
And then you just bought your own equipment or how did you rent the studio or?
Pirate Bay goes a long way. Pirate Bay, crack everything, no studio, no nothing. Then some shit I'm not gonna say on camera to facilitate a studio, and there we were, our makeshift.
You found your ways.
Yeah, that we made ends meet. That's pretty much it. So I guess like my first 3 or 4 years, my first 3 years of making music was just a laptop and speakers. That's all. Because it's not about the biggest toys; it's about the most fantasy you have with the sound.
For sure.
Yeah.
For sure. And if you look at to where you are today, because you did at one point decide to go to study.
Yeah.
And was that something you decided to do because you were feeling fed up with the music scene in some way, or to be able to like pay your rent, or how?
No, actually, I got kicked out of high school. And
how old are you in?
In high school, I think you finish with like 18, 19.
Oh, yeah.
Kicked
out for
bad grades.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because I was just like mentally not in school.
Yeah.
But I was always there. Well, half the time. But mentally, I was always somewhere else. I was fucking drawing in my stuff, or on the computer on the side, or being high in class and just waiting for time to pass. But like I had my real hobbies and my real calling outside of class all the time. Like I was good in arts and crafts and music and like creative stuff and sports, but I mean anything scientific, anything math, fuck that shit. Hell no. And so yeah, I don't know. I got kicked out of school. I knew already I was gonna do something like professionally with design, or at least I wanted to. So it was like, yeah, okay, media design. Let's go. Let's get into that. Let's find a university and see who's gonna take me without a degree. That was like another thing, like without the Abitur. That's what they call the diploma here. So applied there, got taken. All of a sudden, I'm like a full student, and eventually, the music thing started, but it was never to facilitate anything. Also, going to uni wasn't. It was more of I need a degree, like if my music shit doesn't work. So it's all about having plan B's and C's. We like to be prepared. Yeah, and then I don't know. Went to uni. Kind of was bored there too at some point, because it was like, yeah, okay. So today we're gonna show you about Photoshop, about this and that, about drawing, about graphics. I'm like, yo, dude, I've been doing this for like 5 years. I'm like underwhelmed right now. And so there again, I was like, okay, past time. What do? I don't smoke anymore, so I'm at the laptop all day. I have a laptop. Let's just make music all day in class. So I'm sitting there in class all day just making beats. like through the through the hoodie, one headphone. It's like, yeah. So, Mr. McCarthy, yeah, you got that? And it's like, what? Yeah, sure. Yeah, so it was a lot of that. And then eventually the first gigs came in. Uni was not my priority anymore.
How did you get the gigs, the first ones? Were you already out there somehow? Like, this was how many years ago?
I started studying at 2015.
Oh, okay.
And I got on Live from Earth in 2017. So 2 years of just floating around, and I was like in a collective before Live from Earth, or I still am. It's called Selected Berlin, and but we make like techno parties all across the country and in some outside of Germany, some stops. But yeah, I was occupied with that, obviously. Then just like releasing for like SoundCloud and stuff. But then all of a sudden, whoa, fuck. I'm like such a big Live from Earth fan, and all of a sudden somebody from them writes me and it's like, yo, shit, let's talk, let's sit down and talk about maybe collaborating. I'm like, fuck, really? Oh, shit. This can't be true. Meet up with the guy after 3 months. Then all of a sudden he's like, yeah, okay, well, let's see what you're about, man. You have this performance at like a homies rap show, and these homies are a BRZ. They're like a local rap crew that are not just a local rap crew. They're like superstars at this point. But yeah, they gave me the platform, 3 tracks, opening for them alongside a couple of others, and the whole Live from Earth crew, or at least like the heads were there. And I was having like real mom spaghetti 8 Mile moments. I'm like, fuck. Nobody knows me in the crowd. I have 3 tracks. Nobody knows the tracks. What if I bomb? What if this all goes to shit? What if the tracks are not hitting? Fucking, I was like vomiting on the bathroom before performances and shit.
Yes, heavy pressure.
Yeah, and then came out, did the thing. There's still like videos from the performance. It went insane. Great crowd. And then right after, I said, yo, you want to be on the team? I'm like, do I? Yeah. Completely went insane. And so ever since that day, and it was like May 2017 or something, it's been up more, like slowly starting to get some bookings. Then all of a sudden it was like, yo, okay, I can't do my homework anymore because, you know, I'm gone. And then professors were like, yo, like, is this a hobby or is this like a job? And I was always calling it, yo, this is my job. Like, I'm not working. This is like what I want to do. Freelancing, not some dumbass agency work, like own boss type shit.
Did you always have people who believed in you when it comes to your musical career, would you say?
I mean, I guess like now more so, but before, I mean, I'd like to say that like my friends believed in, there's a couple of friends that were like, yo, this is going to work someday for you. But I mean, that's one thing.
Yeah,
supportive. Yeah, it's a difficult topic because I think like there's like one person that really did kick things off for me. His name is Henning Gronkowski. He's like a director, and we're friends from like 2014, 15. I went to his divorce party.
A divorce party?
A divorce party, yeah.
Awesome.
Best marketplace for business. And we kicked it off together. He asked me if I could Photoshop something like whilst at the party. And I'm like, yo, I got this, blah, blah. Fixed him up some work, and then he was like, yo, we should work together. And then eventually I told him like, yo, I do music. And then we started working on like a cinema like movie together, for which I did the scoring eventually. And he was always there, really believing and putting like money into the projects, and bought me Omnisphere to my birthday and shit, and took me to LA to produce also for the movie. So that was like 2017 also. So it was like big stuff for me being like a nobody, and you know, just showing him like tracks that he thought were great. And so yeah, to this day, I owe a lot to this guy, and that's for this. But yeah, now I guess where things are rolling, yeah, of course people like the support because it's easy now.
Yeah, it's
there's
easy
no
now.
fucking
That's the
risk.
thing. But there's so much risks in pursuing your artistic careers, and like how to prioritize, like putting time into a job that gives you money at start and the artistic side, and to really give the extra push to the artistic side, I guess you need some like something within yourself or support from outside that are like, you're gonna nail this. Like,
yeah, like I talk a lot to myself more than I talk to other people, and like not to come off as like arrogant or something, but I knew that my shit was okay, and that if I just continue and sticking to the mission, if I just mind my own business, eventually it will plan out to be something worthwhile. But yeah, also a big problem is a lot of times with these like believing in people and supporting people is like the difference between crews. It's like if you have a lot of people who necessarily don't have like their own hobbies or their own calling, and they make your calling to the like theirs, then it's like, okay, it's easy to get them involved and they'll be there because they're like go-getters as well, but they see like the chance of, you know, the monetary chance that they could have. If you make it, they make it, and so they work harder. But with my group of friends, it's a bit different because all of us are like creatives and photographers, filmers, directors. This is my tightest group of friends, and they're all busy. And we're all just so busy that we can't even like pull up to our own premieres or album release parties or birthdays for that matter. It's it's always tough. And so I've kind of like come to terms that there's nobody that's gonna support me like from my friends, not because they can. It's just because, you know, people have shit to do. People have real lives to follow. Who am I to have them dedicate all their time to me? Like, you know, they have their own money to pay. I mean, rent to pay. And
yeah, exactly.
And so, I'm cool with that. And I like to bathe in the fact that, hey, I'm here and I came here on my own and I'll leave here on my own too. Bam.
So you have recently released My Voice, My Weapon. Want to tell us a little bit about how the process of creating that has looked like?
Yeah, the process has been actually pretty unspectacular. It's just been going to the studio or my bedroom or being on tour, having like a show somewhere, and then I book like 3 or 4 weeks extra in that city. Like I really love London. It gives me like a very the vibe of having and wanting to work 25/8. But yeah, so just renting into studios and kind of just living life and talking about it on the record.
Yeah,
that's been like the recording process. And after like a half a year or something, I'll probably start annoying the label, like, yo, I got like 6, 7, 8 tracks for the release. Let's fucking release it. They're fire, and I tested them on the dance floor, and they go crazy, and they're blah, blah.
It feels like you are never uninspired. It feels like you always have something that is like wanting to get out.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah. I mean, if you treat I never wrote like a diary or something, but ever since I started like writing music, I'm kind of like treating this as like my diary. So as long as I live, I have like shit to talk about because I have shit that pisses me off and shit that I want to say and make people, like inform people, but also inform them while they're dancing, maybe. So that's like the motivation. And
yeah. Do you have any, so where does the title come from, or like the motive?
So I don't know. My Voice, My Weapon, Grace Jones has like a track, and it's called This Is, and it has like this intro. This is my voice, my weapon of choice, and it goes into depth about utilizing your voice and making it weaponizing your voice and not using weapons to weaponize yourself. And so I always thought this was like a very, also being like, having like a Afro background, I always thought like, because it's always easy for us black folks to use force because it's genetic and we've been rebelling against the system since eons. But using this actually via your voice was like a way for me to say, at least, I'm a informed, smart, witty, fucking young black folk that's out here trying to make a difference on and off the dance floor. And I thought it was an interesting theme. And so transformed a Glock into a megaphone, and yeah, now we have like 16 tracks about being an MC in the techno scene, and yeah, kind of telling stories along a dance track. How it works out, you must be the judge.
No, I loved it. I think it's awesome.
And thank you so much. I can't see in the future right now. That's why it could flop too. It's all about statements, because I'm a super competitive person. Also because I know that a lot of times shit is just being like gate kept within the scene, and it's like tough to make yourself known if you have like not like a background of having like connections or anything. And I was always like a person who never had connections, but I had the content and I had like the work ethics to do it. So it's like, yeah, okay, you know, anybody in the techno scene can release an EP. Okay, fine. Anybody can fucking maybe release an album and have like 12 similar sounding tracks on it, and that's cool too, I guess. But we're trying to one up it again and again, and eventually have like 6, 7, 8 different genres, like a real singer songwriter rap album, but like in the techno sense. And we're trying to like blur lines in between like hip hop culture and MCing culture, as it is actually a substantial part of electronic music too. And yeah, kind of like really try and make something new.
Yeah, what's your, speaking of the electronic scene, like what's your view on it? Would you say?
Well, a difficult topic. Yeah, I don't know. There's a lot of, obviously there's a small group of tastemakers that are all in their own lane.
Yeah, no, it is a difficult topic, or a sensitive one also,
Yeah,
I guess.
I mean, this fucking scene is super sensitive. You can't, everybody likes to fucking get down and get super slutty on the fucking dance floor, and I appreciate that, and I love channeling my inner slut, and I love everybody else channeling theirs, being free and whatever. But then people start becoming PC about the most outlandish stuff, and it's like, come on, let's stick to music. Everybody loves ghetto music, everybody plays ghetto music, and now we're talking about revealing ourselves in supposed safe spaces and not minding like the music part. So it's become very political, it's become very stigmatized, and yeah, I'm here for the music and not for the politics. That's my opening and closing statement. But as far as artists, I don't know, there's a lot of similar being and looking people. I like to shout out all the homies at this point, but the list would be long, so we're not gonna do that, and I might forget somebody. But yeah, I don't know. It's tough for me to speak on the scene on the record, because a lot of times it just pisses me the fuck off. But I'm not here to be pissed off. I'm here to just put out music and have a good time on the dance floor, and that's.
So if you could change something within the scene, it would be that people relax and just focus on music, or
yeah, focus on music for one. But I can read the comment section. I can see the future right now. Yeah, of course, it's the man that says, yeah, fuck all these topics that need to be talked about. It's like, no, I'm not trying to have like this topic on the dance floor with you. I'm trying to have this maybe in like a, confined area. I don't know. I don't like to. It's because it's tough nowadays, because people have become like, also social media has made people moderators of conversations that are not there to moderate, and they're not the moderators for. So I just like to take a step back.
Yeah.
But if I wanted to change something, then damn, that's a fucking hardest question. Fast forward 2 minutes. Think outside the box, push limits, and try something new, and I don't know, experiment. God damn it, fucking just take a risk. Fuck safe plays. Everybody can do safe plays. Unless it's for business, then do safe plays because you got to eat too. But I mean, as far as like artistically speaking, take that risk. Try.
Yeah.
Fuck it if it sounds like ass, but you tried. Nobody can take that from you. Shit.
Do you have? You say it's not political, but in somehow it's political also.
Yeah.
But do you have something? What would you say is motivating you besides that you need to get your thoughts out, and this is the way? That's how I understood it. That this is the way you chose, the form you chose of getting your, instead of writing, for example. You do writing though.
Yeah.
As well, but we in the form of music. But like, what is pushing you?
I guess the not having anybody to say it to. So a lot of times I'm like so focused. I'm a Capricorn, so I'm like super focused on work and very motivated on just like getting shit done. But a lot of times that means also that I like bottle up emotions, or I don't confront myself about certain sentiments, or even if I do confront it, then I usually try to wash it away with either auto-aggressions of just fucking myself up, or I'll try and make like the tracks or something. And the tracks has been like a good outlet, and that's like what it comes down to at the end of the day. It's like the music, the least self-harming music way.
Do you believe in purpose, would you say? Having a purpose in life, or?
Yeah, I mean, obviously when you realize is not like your choice, but or what your purpose is also not your choice, but the realization, it comes to you eventually. Yeah, I do believe that.
Like,
but you can't choose your purpose. Like, it finds you. Like, for instance, I don't think that if my parents would have said, hey, he's fucking around with the keyboard, let's put him in like a music school and make him be a producer, then I wouldn't have had like my calling of something like, oh my God, this must be my purpose. But no, I took like 10 detours, a fucking shitty high school experience and a shitty uni experience, or to some degree shitty uni experience, and ended up here at Playful Mag. And so, yeah, now I kind of realize, this is my calling, but I also don't like, I think like my calling is not music, but maybe it's like entertainment, or it's content or something. I mean, I thought before like arts and crafts is my calling, but eventually I moved beyond that, and now I'm at music. So maybe one day I'm like, fuck music, I'm gonna do something different. So it's like phases. Maybe I'm like still growing up, and I'm still stuck in my music phase right now. Maybe like 30s onwards, I'll be like interior designer or something.
Well, I feel with this completely. I'm also a person who can get like sick of stuff.
Yeah.
And just the feel of creating something and having something to entertain your mind with is really important. And then the form you choose it comes from somewhere, but yeah, it can definitely.
I'm adding to that, but I think one thing that's going to keep me here for like a long ass time is the point that I'm not winning at anything. It's like, or a little here and there, but it's like there's so much to be seen and done and like to really achieve that I feel like unless I don't achieve this, I'm not going to become lazy or anything. It's like, if I'm heard in the city, I want to be heard in the country. If I'm heard in the country, I want to be heard on this continent. And if I'm like heard there, then fuck, everybody should hear me on the fucking continent before I choose like another one. So there's always like levels up, and that's what motivates me at the end of the day. It's like not being comfortable, because people get fame locally, all of a sudden the tracks start to sound all the same, and it's like
yeah, being comfortable is like poison to
cancer.
Art.
Yeah.
It's true.
That's why. Humble yourself, sleep on the floor.
Yeah, live a little.
Yeah.
Do you have any visions for your own future, or do you leave it be and take it as it comes?
I leave it up to my fever dreams to predict the future. Because as much as I want to, the only thing that no, I try not to anymore. I know I can't like choose my path like this, The only thing that I can decide here and now is to just give 100% and try and give it my all and say I try. And anything beyond that is out of my reach, the universe decides.
So you don't really work with goal setting in that sense. You more so focus on what you have in front of you then.
Oh yeah, no, I'm all about goals but not in like a long-term aspect. It's more about like goals of stuff that I can that's like tangible, that I can grab and achieve now or in like a week or something. And then you have like long ongoing goals. Like for instance, my sport stuff is like an ongoing goal, but like my music stuff, I can't predict how this release went past tense, or who's gonna fuck with me like next year. I mean, for all I know, maybe the sound that I'm trying to show people, it goes out of fashion. Maybe somebody from the PC realm finds me unattainable and I'm banned from the music scene for whatever. But that's why I cherish the moment a lot, and I don't try to like overstep my luck.
Yeah.
Try my luck.
Yeah. Exactly. I think it would be dangerous to see this is the only thing I'm gonna ever be able to do. Otherwise, I'm gonna, if you hype it too much, it's also you put it out of reach.
Yeah, it's like stepping stones. Like every goal, one time, like one step at a time.
Yeah.
But not like I can't look at the finish line if I have like 100 steps in front of me.
No.
So it's like step for step.
Then you say which one you prefer, or if it's both or none, but preferably it's one of them.
Okay, I suck at these things.
No, it's gonna be easy. McDonald's or Risa chicken?
Oh, yeah, okay, that's actually easy. McDonald's all day. Risa, I had this for 2 years. Now I can eat like one chicken piece and I feel like I need to lay down for 10 hours.
Yeah, you get really stuffed.
Risa, was habt ihr mit der Formel gemacht? Irgendwas ist anders mit eurem Öl.
Okay, flower power protest or throwing stones?
Second.
Sex or money?
Sex or money? Sex.
Soho House or Kneipe?
Fuck. My former self would have said Kneipe all day, baby, but my starting to be grown up self is you have to move up in ranks. So I've evolved from a Späti to a Kneipe to a regular bar, and now yes, we do kick it at Soho a bunch of times, but we earned it.
Damn. All right, leveling up.
Leveling up. Yeah. Oh.
YouTube or Netflix?
YouTube, because there's more to watch, and yeah, we really be getting into those YouTube deep dives. Also, Netflix keep changing their fucking prices.
They do?
Yeah, every other year. Yeah, I did too. but not that it matters, but it's like, yo.
They should tell us.
It's in the newsletters you never open.
News, I hate that.
Come on, Amanda, it's in the newsletters.
Oh my god, don't you read the newsletters?
Yeah, I never do.
No. Okay, now to the assumptions. This is so ideas that we have been getting from you by watching your Instagram and the content you lay out.
Oh shit, this goes.
You always voice message instead of text.
Damn right.
Yeah.
Absolute fact. I hate fucking texting. It could be my mom and I won't text her back because it's like I'm always like all over the place with my thoughts. It's easier for me to listen to somebody, listen to the phone, and talk at the same time. I got like ADHD undiagnosed, but I must have it because I'm just all over the place. But yeah, fuck you if you're writing me long ass texts. 9 times out of 10, I'm not answering, or I'll answer in like voicemails. But then they complain, dude, I hate voicemails. I was like,
all right, that one was true. As a teenager, you loved pranks and thought the more risky, the better.
yeah, that seems like a pretty spot on assumption. Yeah. Also.
What did you do?
Oh, fuck. I don't know. I was like part of like a crew, and we called ourselves Huzos. It translates to sons of bitches. And we just fuck each other up all day in high school. That means just like randomly start fist fighting with each other in between classes, or pouring drinks over us, or I don't know, spiking drinks, or fuck like
spiking each other's drinks.
Yeah, with liquor, obviously. But
okay.
Like during class, or I don't know, just like we smoke joints in between class, and then we just fucking empty the eye drops or something, or have like only one more drop left, and then some of us would sit in class with like one red small eye and the other one clear white, looking like an alien. So yeah, a lot of physical stuff. I don't know, just pulling away chairs in public, or making a scene, making people uncomfortable. So yeah, stuff, jackass type stuff.
So fun.
It never gets old.
No, did you record it?
No, actually, because we could never upload it nowhere.
No, that's true. Yeah.
Like anything.
You got thrown out anyway, so you could have.
Yeah. No, my flex was smoking dope at high school after I got accepted to uni, which was before everybody else graduated from my like year, from my class. So I was kicked out of school, but accepted in uni, and smoking like joints in the park with the principal next to me.
You have at least one titanium screw inside your body.
Like a surgical screw?
Yeah.
Yeah, in my ankle actually.
In your ankle?
Yeah. And a bunch of unaccounted loose screws in my fucking head.
Oh, okay. You learned how to unzip a bra with one hand by the age of 14.
I wish, but I think the only thing I could unzip at 14 was my own drawers, and that's it.
Okay, that one was not correct. You donate blood once a year.
No, I don't think my liver values, or if that matters. I don't even do drugs. I should be. I don't know. Does if I drink a lot, that they won't let me donate blood, and I do like to have a drink.
Okay. You are blacklisted by some artists simply because you don't know who they are when you're meeting them.
Like, in the literal sense, no.
You wouldn't know, actually.
Yeah, I wouldn't know, but I know for a fact that I'm probably blacklisted by like a couple artists just for having different views on things. This occurs. Cancel culture.
Cancel. What's your view on cancel culture?
Cancel culture. Yeah, I don't know. It's great. People can cancel each other off the internet too, but they don't always need to make like a platform out of it, and they don't always have to want to become the moderator and the lead of this cancellation process. People are always so clout thirsty that they want to become like the spearhead of the whole cancel operation. Yeah, I noticed this first, and yeah, if you have anything revolving this topic, so we can take his reach away and put it somewhere else and take him out of this world, then please refer to me as your leader. It's always the same shit.
Yeah.
And it's always self-entitled people who are not very who are unsettled with themselves, or who make like other people's lives their mission. unhappy people. I mean,
Yeah. Okay. Last one.
Oh God.
You made one of your school teachers cry at least once.
Not that I know of. Or, I mean, there was this French teacher. She did cry because of like our class just being a little bit overboard like that one day. But did I have a role in that? No.
Okay then.
No. Damn.
Pretty good, but not full pot.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for coming here.
Thanks for having me.
Big